I've come to help you make up your mind with useful advice that is one of a kind.
Would you please stop that?
You moron.
Though I appreciate the offer, I can handle this.
Be gone.
I suppose we're rehashing an old debate. I must stop him from sinning.
Too late.
Not helping, Satan.
Aw, Angel, I'm blushing.
Just get this over with.
No, I insist, 'cause sharing is caring.
Faith is the power of the strongest willed. It's accepting release when your mission's fulfilled, throwing yourself into the darkest unknown and knowing that God will one day bring you home.
And what of those he didn't bring back? A faith some of them did not lack. Why trust in the ghostwriter of human life? If danger rears its head, I'd rather have a knife. Pride is the love of the goodness of you. It's blatantly bragging till your face turns blue. Why should I give anyone else my respect if none of them can ever match my level of perfect?
How do you make friends, O perfect man? Ego's afire, and you're your own fan. No one likes arrogance, so who do you trust? I'm sure in a snap, they'd let you crumble to dust. Hope is a bright light in a world of pain. It shows that in our despair, we have something to gain. It gives us the drive to follow this road and eases our hearts to lighten our load.
That light must be bright. You've clearly gone blind. The monsters of hell can pounce from behind. You feel free to be a moth to that flame, or you could abandon that delusional con game. Envy is a desire to improve your position by coveting that which others were given. It's ambition, it's motive, it's passionate drive. It's a thirst that prods you to take longer strides.
You want and you take. Don't you see where this leads? Consume other people in your black hole of needs. The stars in the sky overshadow your might. Snuffing out others won't make your glow bright. Charity is helping those who are in need. It cannot be bad, that you must concede. Feeding the hungry, clothing the poor, giving the homeless a key to their door.
Giving the coat off of your back, isn't that nice? But what will you do when you're covered in ice? You give up a buck and you think you're a saint? I'm sure dimes can satisfy his every complaint. You can't overlook the purpose of greed. There's power in holding the tools that you need. They say strength in numbers, so I'll keep them all. Surely big numbers are better than small.
You dive in your gold. Check your head for impacts. The richer you are, the higher the tax. Piles of clutter and rubbish in heaps, though all here is useless, you still want to keep. Fortitude is the force that tells us to keep marching on. It's created more than a lone paragon. Armies of heroes ready for war, even beat down, they give a brilliant encore.
You can become anything that you want to be. Oh, grow up, open your eyes to reality. Sometimes the truth calls for a retreat. You can be safer if you straight up admit your defeat. Sloth is the reason to lie on the ground. Walk under the bar and it plummets right down. I rest in the doldrums from morning to dawn. So comfy and cozy, I just want to yawn.
Efficient, productive, can-do attitude. Do those words and phrases mean nothing to you? Sometimes it's worth it to put in the time. Even bank robbers need to work for their crime. Justice is the scale on which we are weighed. The judge of mankind can never be swayed. Defending the victims of another man's crimes, the law demands a punishment, exiles or fines.
And what of the Nazis, the law banned rebellion? If someone resisted, were they in God's eye a felon? I think Lady Justice's blindfold might be slipping. Forget the old hag, I'll make my own rules for living. Wrath allows you to improve the verdict. Choose a sentence and it's yours to inflict. If I've been wronged, I must be avenged. And if I don't like your sass, come meet your end.
You're a loose cannon shooting not so friendly fire. You've done much to gain an ally's ire. If you take a deep breath, you'll think and consider. Forget burning the bridge, you're burning the river. Temperance is a moderator of what's not in extremes, from food to your wallet to that special one in your dreams. Regulating your instinct, you can choose to abstain, rounding up sin and ending its reign.
Do you ever have any fun, any at all? Go on a sinful shopping spree at the mall? Indulge a little, add on some dessert. Enjoy a special night with your sweetheart? Gluttony is a form of preservation. Think which man dies first in starvation. If you think this feast is a poisonous bait, why does it always appear on my plate?
You can't keep taking more than you need. You can't harvest more plants than your seeds. And if you stuff your face at a ridiculous pace, have fun coming last in any foot race. Prudence saves you from infinite debt. preparation for failure will spare you regret. As you always say, despair can destroy. So where's the plan you made for this ploy?
You really are such a hypocrite, or was that a joke? Where is the faith and the hope of which you spoke? Beware of the future that God will surely make great. If you want me convinced, get your story straight. Lust is desire, want, a burning need. It turns to ashes the warnings you forgot to read. Your heart beats faster than the wings of a dove. That's because lust is really just a subtype of love.
But you're describing passion, a primal drive, the urge to ensure that your species survive. Real love is about caring, deep-rooted respect, not just your eye catching a pretty prospect.
Well, I think I've made a pretty good case.
If you start running now, you might avoid your disgrace.
Snicker all you want, but I'll have the last laugh.
If I've managed to convince him, you might not chaff.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, come on, don't just sit there and blink.
Take her